Hello, everybody. How's
Welcome,
everybody
everybody.
doing?
Yeah. Welcome to Simply Reliable Studios Presents WWE Saturday Night Main Event. How is everybody doing? I don't know why that overlay disappeared that I was trying to let show there for a little bit because it got switched back to Simply Predicting. That's why. And oh, the host
Wrong
with the
brand, you
mostest to
goober.
share. Why would it be the wrong brand, Jackrabbit? WWE would be the right brand. I think it switched when you came in. You know how technology is. Where did he go? There
When
you
you
go.
switch brands, it takes somebody out. You must accidentally click me. But nonetheless, hello, gentlemen. How are you this evening?
Good. How are you?
I'm tired. What else is new? But hey, here I am instead of watching Card Sharks. I'm engaging and wrestling with y'all. So virtually attending this. So this should be fun either way. You got the graphics, Walter?
Nope.
We
I
asked
thought you did.
100 wrestling internet fans.
I thought you had him for simply predicting, so I didn't bother.
To protect freaking Stardust main event. But let me see if he said them. Oh, that's hilarious.
I don't think he
Okay.
did.
Oh,
Regardless.
that's funny. That's freaking funny. I don't care. That's funny. Anyway, Mikey, I love the Card Sharks reference, by the way. That was brilliant.
Hey, man, it's like I said, Card Sharks was one of my favorite game shows. It was definitely in the top five. And, all the incarnations going back to Jim Perry. I think Ray Combs did it. And
Yeah,
Bob Eubanks did it.
yeah. Bob Eubanks was, I think, the one that I first was introduced to, and then Jim Perry, to your point, the host of the Sale of the Century, he did it following when they revamped it, actually, for a little bit. So,
And there was I would say the weakest one. ABC tried to renew
that was
it.
horrible. Yeah,
That was a shell of a former thing.
former glory. Well, the problem is with all of those freaking shows, they kind of are to a degree because it's like, okay, bigger money amount, but you don't capture the original vibe, feeling magic or aesthetic of the, I think the same with how Bowen did Match Game, and pretty sure it was that Melissa chick that I don't know the name of. It's like, you're not the same. So I find myself again watching Buzzer and freaking YouTube. Hell, I watch out in London for There's No Password was black and white.
There you go.
And again, game shows have the best themes in television. Bite me if you think otherwise. That's all I gotta say about that.
The Joker's wild.
You guys
Yeah,
keep
the
talking.
Joker's wild.
I'm getting the graphics. You can.
Oh, you're getting okay. Well, yeah, we might as well get back on pace here. But again, we could do a podcast on game shows, and we'll just do like a game show marathon at some point. We'll just get a bunch of people and play like games for my PowerPoints because I got Chain Reaction, I got Match Game, I've got Puzzle Boards Wheel of Fortune. I got Pyramid. I love game shows, and I love games. I always encourage that fellowship at church during our game times. They love Pyramid because it's like they get a chance to scream at themselves. Anyway, change channel. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit live as I got the den now for my screen. Let's go ahead and do this, gentlemen. We'll figure things out as we go.
Live.
All right, here we go. Wow, we're already live. Well, we're live, pal. All right, well, that being said, they probably caught some of that talk. Welcome, everybody, to Cinema Studios for another live watchable event here as we bring you WWE Saturday Night's Main Event from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Multiple championships on the line before we go across the pond to Clash in Italy as we bring you our coverage of this special for the WWE, going back in a bygone era to what was a showcase to the bigger shows, to say the least. Nonetheless, it should be a fun night, so welcome everybody to the conversation and reactions. Welcome to Cinema Studios live watching events. Hello, everybody, and welcome back in here once again to a capacity crowd at Saturday Night's Main Event, and welcome to all of you in here on the X and on YouTube to our coverage of Saturday Night's Main Event. Welcome in. You know what this is, for I am the Simple, the Simple brand, not born in 1987, born in 1992, but that is when the show first began, and I am forever grateful for all things professional wrestling. Damn it. And my name is Noah Foster, so thank you all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. And you want to dictate the conversation, super chat, pay by the passions. It's as simple as that. With me on the call, Stat Boy Mike and Walter Cruz. We're happy to see all of you. Shout out to Bonnie Man, Sorry Cruz, and Sabette in the chat, and all of you that may not be tuning in right now live or even engaging in conversation, but at least are hearing us somewhere in and out of this crazy world. Stat Boy, how are you?
Doing good. Decided to take a lazy day today and do some light work with the ride sharing, and now we're talking wrestling. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, we have a star-studded night, multiple championship matches. I believe we have 3 of them on here tonight. No, I take that back. 4 of them. We have the Intercontinental Championship. Penta Simeo defend the gold against Eagle. Eagle, Ethan Page. Of course, this really has escalated since Ethan Page arrived on the Monday Night Raw main scene. We have the man, Becky Lynch, defending the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Again,
non-title.
That's non-title because I'm not going to go there. I'm going to not be John Oliver right now. But it will be a showcase, a proving ground for Ruca, who has rode the ties to the main roster since her appearance at Saturday main event last year. And good to see you, Walter. How are you?
I'm good. I would turn that botch into a story. That the fact that they messed up and called it an Intercontinental title when it wasn't supposed to be. I would have Ruca beat Lynch. Lynch say this wasn't supposed to be a title match. That's not what's in the contract. Bring a lawyer in, and then she could fight it, and you could have turned that into a story. But they're starting with the 6-woman tag already.
That's the best way to start, because honestly, why is this here? But nonetheless, here we are. We have a ride. We are here. And so is Mommy. Mommy's home, bringing her brutality, and it's not for the gold. As once again, the weather storm has brought forth this past matchup revenge. As Rhea Ripley tries to make the SmackDown women's roster relevant from the world event scene, Mommy, who was able to clear her way through the storm that was Jade Cargill and her Team Baddies at WrestleMania, they arrived with a vengeance not brought to you by Wingstop and have been making Rhea Ripley's life a living hell. And of course, Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley have been always at their odds end since WrestleMania 39, while Alexa Bliss has tried to play peacemaker. It's already tough enough for these 3 going up against Fatal Influence, as Jessie Jane has targeted Rhea Ripley, and Fallon Henry and Lady Reed have targeted the former WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. So tonight, can the 3 coexist against maybe other formidable foes that could be in their way towards championship gold?
Jade is targeting Rhea too, trying to get the championship back that she never defended. Once, maybe twice. Why do you want the title back so bad that you never defend it?
Let's be honest here, Walter. It's a selfish business when you're at the top. When you're selfish and you have gold in your hand, despite the fact your worth is not the same as that belt, you still get a bigger payday in loss or defeat. That's what she wants. And of course, shout out to Wade Barrett and Michael Cole at ringside on commentary. And again, Jade Cargill, for what it's worth, maybe she still believes that she can be that figurehead for SmackDown on the cover of a magazine or a marquee without defending. And she will do, to your point, anything it takes to get back to that status quo. Because right now, she might as well be in catering. Nonetheless, she did find a way to bring Michin and B-Fab back to the forefront of the silver screen. But again, as I talked about before, Rhea Ripley is the female superstar, in my opinion, in WWE, Mikey.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Mommy still wants to be on top no matter what. And it's a very interesting contrast here, putting Jade and Mommy together. I'm looking forward to it. I want to see them work. I'm glad that the belt is back on Mommy, as here comes Charlotte Flair. All hail the queen.
And of course, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair have defined each other's careers for the better part in their early days of 3 years. NXT Women's Championship won by Charlotte Flair at the expense of Rhea Ripley at 36, as Rhea took a 3-year journey to become the superstar she is today, beating the Queen at WrestleMania 39 for the SmackDown Women's Championship. While Little Miss Bliss believes that all Charlotte Flair needs is a friend, and we have seen that somehow lead to Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair being former WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. But things have not been all sunshine and rainbows as of late for the Queen and Little Miss Bliss and Rhea Ripley sharing the same brand.
Tonight might be the night for the breakup, I think.
She wasn't medically clear yesterday? All of a sudden, 24 hours later, she is.
I mean, again, you don't know the extent of the injury. You're not a doctor. And for all we know, maybe that was some psychology. Again, as I said, Alexa Bliss, she's been trying to play peacekeeper between Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley because she believes they are stronger together against these trinities that have arrived in the SmackDown scene. Fiddle of Influence, Jade Cargill, and Timu Baddies. At the end of the day, there is strength in numbers no matter how much you're worth in this business. And Jade Cargill has more numbers on her side. While Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Rhea Ripley on their own, or even Little Miss Bliss and Charlotte Flair as a duo, they don't. And it's been proven over the last few weeks. We've seen how much Jade Cargill and her baddies have assaulted these three, including getting involved in their business against Fatal Influence just over the last few weeks.
Very, very subtle how Alexa played with Charlotte's curls. Her hair is very, very curly tonight. My guess is that sweet little girl that Charlotte has befriended, that is inspiring her ring gear. My guess that's a shout out to that. I don't know her name. But the story is very heartwarming and very cute and very beautiful. But I believe that is why she has curly hair as mommy is trying to get into that little photo bomb there.
I mean, you do have a point there. Of course, that gear, most of her gear has actually been heavily inspired by that young little 8-year-old girl that has encouraged Charlotte Flair. And why it may be sunshine with that type of attire, a storm has arrived and a dark cloud looms over the WWE Women's Division once again on SmackDown with Jade Cargill.
A storm is coming. We had a good storm here in Tennessee today, too.
And it's bringing a couple of dark clouds with it, too.
So Jade is the storm, and Michin is the thunder, and B-Fab is the lightning, right?
Apparently, if you're going to try and call this a natural disaster. And shout out
Earthquake
to
and Typhoon
Jeff.
got nothing on them.
And shout out to Jeff Muttereth and Michin. Good to see him in the chat. Good to see all you in the chat. Also, as I did also see.
Whoa!
Heavenly birthday.
Nice shout out to MJ there by Michin, wearing the Moonwalker.
Moonwalker
Michael
attire.
Jackson look.
Well, she's anything but a smooth criminal, in my opinion. But nonetheless, if they're trying to get a pop out here tonight, they need to get a win if they're going to have any sort of stock put into them for the future. Nonetheless, of course, shout out to those that did see the Michael Jackson pop movie, by the way. Go check out Kevin Mabu for his review and Papa Gino's thoughts on that.
All three of them have a different era of Michael gear on.
I noticed. I'm actually in shock right now. I'm actually surprised. It works. I like Michin's the best.
Michin's smooth criminal. Jade is the beat it. I haven't really gotten a good look at B-Fab yet.
Who has, to be honest?
Hey, she was very nice when I met her in Vegas.
And person aside, character, meh. That being said, this is not music. This is WWE, and it might be the ultimate form of sports entertainment, but if they're actually going to succeed, I expect to see some wrestling. Nonetheless, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, they are more familiar with each other. This is not the first time they've worked together, of course. Let's not forget the first time these two decided to coexist was inside War Games. But B-Fab, Michin, and Jade Cargill, they have formed a rather stronger bond in the short tenure as a trio versus these three.
Rhea and Charlotte had to work together last night, so this is just a rehash for them.
Yeah, how well did that work out? I'm just saying.
We saw what happened.
And you hear right now the chance rating out as Mommy Rhea Ripley might kick things off against Jade Cargill. Jade, of course, who suffered a whip tide at WrestleMania, losing that title. Tag made, though, as Jade did not want anything to do with Rhea Ripley.
Well, she's got to get.
Ooh, she threw the glove at her.
Coming up in a couple of weeks, though. Why waste it?
Well, pump kick. Well, leave it to WWE to constantly run back the same old story. Going up, and B-Fab lands on her feet. And again, I might want to add, B-Fab and Michin are former victims of Jade Cargill. I guess it's one of those things where what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. I'll go ahead and just freaking ally with my enemy. Go over the Econo rope, Ripley holding the ropes. Tags B-Fab down on a clothesline.
Vicious.
Did you hear the thud behind that?
Dude, she hit her hard as hell. I don't think Jade realized you're not intimidating mommy. Like,
You'll see tag made, Alexa Bliss. And I think the key thing we got to consider here, guys, is how Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair will work together. You saw both Charlotte and Alexa Bliss both had the handout, but Rhea tagged out to Alexa Bliss, not Charlotte Flair. And if that continues through this match, could that be their downfall against this trio?
Well, they're former women's champions, so we know Alexa
That's all I
and
need.
Charlotte
Just
can get
3
along.
roast beef and cheddars.
And Michin, of course, appearing in her second Saturday night's main event. We haven't seen her on this stage. Whoa! Since she was involved in the finals, inaugurating to crown the WWE Women's United States Champion, thankfully won by Chelsea Green. SCO by Alexa Bliss, and the crowd fired up here tonight. Lumis Bliss dropping the knees with the forward salt.
Speaking of Green, is she a face all of a sudden? Helping
Or
Tiffany
flip
last
sets
night?
on cover. Gets a 2 count.
Get a combo.
Alexa
Find
Bliss
the
is
combo
there.
with an extra sandwich.
And now the Queen arrives on the scene. It's interesting to see both Rhea
No,
Ripley
you have
and
a drink. I
Charlotte
just need the
Flair
sandwiches.
using Alexa Bliss to their advantage.
Mike is
blew it up in
turning
the
into
corner.
a dick all of a sudden, giving his order.
Well, this isn't brought to you by DoorDash, but it might as well be. And right now, Charlotte Flair trapping it. What the hell? Whoa! Charlotte Flair again.
We've seen her do this before. I love it. I actually like how she does it.
Well, I mean, at one point, Charlotte Flair did say that I am above everybody in NXT.
What the heck?
Nobody is on my level as she does her own struts, styling and profiling with a bedazzled knee brace, might I add.
She has the length in her legs to do it. She can pull it off. She got very long legs.
Oh, cartwheel into the clothesline, and Michin did not know how to scout that. B-Fab now
Didn't Charlotte
coming in
grow up
legally.
as a gymnast anyways?
Yes, she did.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Off the top turnbuckle face first, and Alexa Bliss with the cross body out of the corner off the second. Alexa, Charlotte, and Rhea take control here, but Jade driving Charlotte. Oh, man! Big super kick to Alexa Bliss. Blatant cheap shot on the outside.
She put a little extra oomph into that kick, didn't she?
Well, I mean, again, how pissed off is Jade Cargill right now? She's no longer the conversation. She's no longer the champion.
That's part of her gimmick, though. She's always ticked off at somebody.
Yeah, that's fair.
This might be a future versus past thing if you think about it. Jade versus Charlotte right now.
Yeah, Flair versus Cargill. Cheap shot to Rhea Ripley, and Michin taking advantage from behind as Charlotte Flair's been isolated. And again, champion and challenger getting each other's heads here. Michin getting the advantage. It's one of those things also when you lead a team, as you know, Mikey, being a sports fan, you might as well call Jade Cargill the quarterback of these two running backs.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, if you want to go even further, though, and I hate to use the sports analogy, but thank you. B-Fab and Michin are not even second string right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that. I mean, they are being tucked away. I'm glad that they're not gone. If they had gotten released, they were pretty darn close.
Tag made in Michin, and of course, Charlotte Flair now in the enemy's territory. Michin going for the cover, gets a 2 count, hooking both legs, and Charlotte Flair with nobody to tag to. Rhea Ripley, they'll finally getting back up to the apron. Geez, you didn't even call them bench warmers. You might as well call them equipment managers.
Yeah,
just go ahead.
Don't go that low. Don't go that low.
Okay, fair enough. And B-Fab right now putting the boost to Charlotte Flair in the corner. And imagine what this would mean for B-Fab and Michin to pin one half of the former WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. They could probably put themselves maybe into the hunt for the Women's Tag Team titles while Jade focuses on the World Championship. Clearly, Jade Cargill probably has a focus to take over SmackDown. And the more gold you have, the more power that you also have with it.
You gotta assume that that's gonna end up being their goal. As Jade mocks Charlotte by doing push-ups, Scott Steiner style, in the middle of a match.
Oh! Steiner and Flair, that's a rivalry as well as wrestling itself. Big haymaker, though, by Jade Cargill, tag made. Michin, of course, a former TNA and Knockouts World Champion in bygone life. Remember that. Nice suplex there by Michin. Here's the cover now. Hook on the far leg, side press. Gets a 2 count. It's one of those things that Michin has always been a team player, but has never been like the conversation of the team. I mean, you think about it, brought into the Bullet Club, brought into the OC, brought in as part of a War Games crew. She was always calling herself the HBIC, the head baddie in charge. How can you call yourself in charge of anything if you haven't delivered with results?
Yeah, she's more always a bridesmaid, never the bride.
Well, the reason that Listerine was made was literally because the bridesmaid had bad breath. You can see the concern right now here, trying to leave a bad taste in the champion's mouth with a defeat tonight. As Charlotte Flair now gets back up to her feet and Michin, controlling the head, though, in the front face lock still. Irish whip. Flair flying back. Shot to Jade Cargill. Shot to B-Fab. Michin runs into the boot. Charlotte Flair with a chance here. Now going up, though, to the second rope. Oh, and Michin catching with a big right hand. Taking that momentum immediately away from Charlotte Flair.
Is she going for a Hurricane Rana?
Well, she's taunting too much, in my opinion. Big Hurricane Rana, though, does connect. Cover now. Is it enough? You're side of the ring. Back press on the far lane. Kick out at 2. And now the question's starting to stir inside Michin's head, because right now she has nobody to make a play to or attack to. Everything they tried so far hasn't been enough here.
You're in the ring with one of the GOATs, though, and you're forcing her to exert energy by constantly kicking out, so she is using smart strategy.
Trying to hoist her up. Punch for pile driver. Bad body drop by Charlotte Flair. Critical moment. Going to make the tap. Tag me to B-Fab. Charlotte Flair inches away. B-Fab, though, immediately picking the ankle and dragging her back towards center.
Was she legit going for a pile driver? When's the last time you said a woman do a pile driver in WWE? Holy crap.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure that move is outlawed, so I'm pretty sure it couldn't be a pile driver, but maybe something like a, I don't know, maybe a crucifix bomb, swinging a miss, selects the Bliss, cheap shot. Oh, both women meet with a boot.
Ooh,
Same time collision here. Charlotte Flair and B-Fab down in the middle of the ring, but Mommy stands ready to unleash her brutality, stomping away in the corner on the steel ring steps. Ready to unleash hell against these C-rated bitches. And B-Fab, though, closer to her corner, crawling to make the tag. To hand out. Tag made a Michin. Tag made a Rhea! And the plate just came unglued!
Ah!
Into the midsection, and Mommy right now. Oh, man. Facebuster over the knee. What? God, what a short-range lariat.
Dude, she dragged Michin towards her knee. That's crazy.
Again, everything that Rhea hits you with is hard and impactful. Rhea Ripley does not play around here. And Michin is learning that the hard way. Not so tough now without your partners, are you?
There's a reason it's her brutality, right, Noah? Her
Rhea,
song says it all.
Rhea is fired up. We saw what she did ahead of WrestleMania, taking out Michin and B-Fab to neutralize the numbers. Imagine what it would feel like for Rhea to take out Michin or B-Fab here tonight, so they're not a factor in the rematch coming up, to your point. Now, Rhea Ripley going out to the top rope, though. Michin isolated, stagger, middle of the ring. Big missile drop kick on the jaw. Connects. And the cover with the far leg side press and kick out at 2.
Got it.
Take a look at the replay here and look at the way it connects. Boom.
And in the same token, imagine if Michin or B-Fab actually pinned Rhea. Well, I don't think Jade will be happy with that because you're stealing momentum from her before the match.
Well, does Jade care that she actually pins Rhea at this point or weakens Rhea? And if one of her baddies could do that, that probably plays to her advantage. Looking for the rip side of Michin, though, trying to fight back. Since emergency by Jade, though, comes in the ring, eats a knee strike. And clocked her right in the chest,
shit,
though.
that was right in her jaw, I think.
Yeah,
Yes,
again,
it was.
But Rhea again distracted, took her eye off her opponent, and Michin looking for the soul food. Oh, and a headbutt! Now the plump handle in again on Michin, looking for the rear, and Michin able to escape.
Ooh, nice.
On her feet. The strength of Rhea, though, hoisting up Michin, might be going for a ride.
I don't think Michin gets enough credit because she can go.
Well, of course she can. Poison Rana takeover by Michin to Rhea. Is it enough here? Was it enough? The cover kick out at 2.
Oh.
Here go to the replay here, Walter.
She landed on her neck. Bad, too. Look at that.
Ooh.
Look at that. Look at that. Boom, right at the impact.
Yeah, but great sense of urgency by Michin, finding a way to counter Rhea's power. Nice capoeira kick from the basement, though, by Rhea. Clocked Michin, and a tag made. The Little Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss, former Raw, SmackDown Women's Champion. Oh! Nice tornado DDT. Former Money in the Bank winner. Successful catch and cover. Hook on the far leg. Side press. Gets a 2 count on Michin here.
Dude, all three of those women have more accolades than you can count between Alexa, Charlotte, and Rhea.
Jawbreaker attack made to B-Fab. B-Fab now legal. Alexa Bliss, though, on the Forever Exalted. Shout out to Bray Wyatt looking for Sister Abigail. Schoolgirl roll up for B-Fab escapes, though. Gets to the midsection. Oh! DDT connects by B-Fab. Now the cover. Hook on the far leg. The side press and gets a 2 count on Little Miss Bliss.
You can give me 1,000 guesses. I couldn't even know B-Fab's finisher right now because it's so seldom we see her on TV.
Yeah. Well,
No
again,
clue.
that unfamiliarity also. As B-Fab and Michin are looking to make a statement here, as I said, too. Now trying to double team. Let's Bliss, who takes both forward with the DDT. Now Charlotte Flair back up in the apron. There's a big blow, though. Can Alexa Bliss reach out to make a tag? Tag made. That's Charlotte. And now Charlotte going up to the top row, but a high cross body wiping out the baddies.
And again, at 5'11", she's long enough to reach both of them at the same time.
I think she's shorter than that.
Beautiful
Charlotte?
German
Nah, I think
suplex.
Charlotte's 5'11".
Yeah, I think she's 5'11" if I remember correctly.
Yeah, pretty sure.
And now got Michin right where she wants her, looking to go for that patented figure 4, possibly bridge the figure 8. Pushed off, though. Almost had a collision between Rhea and Charlotte. And watch out, though. Oh! And Michin takes Rhea off the apron. Now Charlotte isolated with Michin, looking for the handstand. But Michin, what the? No
She gonna
way!
do a Styles Clash out of this?
Styles Clash connects! Shout out to a former running back, as I said, you'll see in the cover. Oh, Rhea slides in with the knee.
Flair's shoulder was never actually down.
And right now, Rhea, the headbutt to B-Fab. Jade Cargill with the super kick to Rhea Ripley.
Agreed on the shoulder. The shoulder was never down.
Do you think they care? And right now, Alexa Bliss
No, they don't care.
just slapping the taste out of Jade Cargill's mouth.
That might be a mistake.
I'm going to say, don't underestimate Little Miss Bliss. Big boot by Charlotte, wiping out Jade Cargill.
Oh,
Hey, look how much
damn.
bigger Nia Jax is to her, and we've seen her beat Nia Jax.
Again, and you see the form of unity there. Oh, with Bliss and Charlotte Flair, but B-Fab and Michin takes advantage from behind, and all women down for the moment.
You gotta stop taking those moments to showboat.
But that's a critical point, though, I want to say about this match. As I said again, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss have that 100% trust in each other. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair clearly do not.
And I think they used the F word lately.
Crowd fired up here at Saturday night's main event for our opening contest.
I think,
Michin and Charlotte Flair, the two legal women.
I think even Alexa's shirt says it now. They've been using the F word. I think it says "we are friends" or something.
That's a very dangerous word to use. Tag made to Jade Cargill. And now Jade is the legal woman, slowly getting back in the ring as Charlotte Flair makes the tag to Rhea Ripley.
No, if she really didn't want that tag, she would have ran to break it up. She almost like let her do the tag.
Well, again, a week from Sunday, these two will collide once again for the WWE Women's Championship. And it looks like we might be getting a preview here. Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill trading bombs, middle of the ring. These two fired up bitches teeing off against each other here.
Is this women slapping women meet?
Whoop, went for the pump kick. Oh, headbutt connects. And Rhea got Jade hooked, looking for the riptide. Cover, 1, 2, Michin saves the matchup.
I knew damn well Jade wasn't going to lose to that with this match coming up.
Yeah, imagine she lost again. You might as well just put her back in the catering and give Michin the title shot. Open shot. Oh, man. Pump kick by B-Fab. Lights out Alexa Bliss. And it's all breaking down here as B-Fab squares up Rhea. Charlotte Flair with the boot from the side.
Dude, what? She turned the boot into like a hook kick.
Tension's mounting here, and Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, though, might finally realize what's more important here. Charlotte with the handout. And watch out. Oh, super kick to Michin, who was trying to come in. And Ripley made her pay for it. Both Flair and Ripley have saved each other from the baddies intercepting.
Atlanta
And both with a wicked smile. Double chops. Double faraway throws.
I thought they were going to do double kickups after, too.
Very dangerous team here. And Alexa Bliss able to got to give the people what they want. The 3 embrace.
A little behind.
Oh, but Jade spoils the party as she always does. And Jade, pump kick to Rhea Ripley.
Ooh, she got that.
And Rhea hooked up and just got Jade.
Bro,
And the
she got
cover,
Penta?
and then Storm continues forward. And Jade Cargill just pinned the WWE Women's Champion.
Holy crap. Pinned her clean, too. If that happens a week from Sunday, we got a new champ.
His 3 sides. Take it or leave it.
2 nights in a row, to your point, Walter. Jade Cargill has gotten the better of the champion. And when it matters the most, we might see Jade once again hold the gold.
No, not that. Anything but that.
Well, regardless, a clash in Italy awaits, but tonight, Rhea Ripley got jaded. And again, this was the critical moment here. Alexa Bliss has been playing peacemaker, mediator for the last few weeks between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. Looks like they finally were able to come to a same agreement tonight. And Jade Cargill took advantage and once again hit Rhea with the jaded and pinned the champion. Center of the ring.
Bro, you could break your nose getting taking the jaded.
And the audience was extremely displeased, but the results are the results. Jade Cargill with all the momentum right now ahead of Clash in Italy. And Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss now all need to regroup as a group. Well, that was a pretty decent opening grudge bout, I guess. But it's still to come tonight. Again, everything else pretty much outside Becky Lynch, Ruca will have championship. I was just talking about the women's tag champions earlier. There you see Piage and Brie Bella and the Irresistible Forces, a rematch to come here at Saturday's main event. And so Ruca will finally go one-on-one with the man, Becky Lynch, but not for the gold, as Becky Lynch chose to say that Ruca is not worthy of it. And we'll see if we want the smoke as the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, look to capture former glory as tag team champions against the Vision, Logan Paul and Austin Fury.
That's the breakup we might tease tonight, Mike, the Street Profit.
Well, we all know everyone in the team's got an ego. Speaking of egos, Penta Ciamillero, who has shown zero fear, has to take on all ego now and defend his Intercontinental Championship. Can once again Ethan Page become the face of North America in a different way? We'll find out here shortly to go backstage with Kathy Kelly and Ethan Page.
How quick did Ethan Page win the not the NXT title, but the
North American Championship?
The North American Championship when he debuted. He could repeat this and win the IC title.
I'd be okay with it.
Well, Penta's been a fighting champion, though, and he was able to survive a ladder match at WrestleMania. He's been a champion now for the better part of a few months. I mean, I wouldn't be necessarily against it.
I think Eagle won it within his first month of debuting, and this is what 2-3 weeks after debuting on Raw, and he
that's correct.
The IC title. It might be part of his gimmick now, just debut it and win the titles right off the bat.
Yeah, it's mostly one of those things, though, that both Ruca and Ethan Page debuted on the same Raw as part of the main roster, to your point, just literally less than 3 weeks ago. And, of course, Ruca signed on the dotted line officially a couple of weeks ago. Well, Ethan Page certainly seems confident. But when is he not?
I'm thinking Page might walk away as the champ.
Well, also with that, a massive match still to come as one of the brightest rising stars in the women's division. So Ruca looks to humble the man. To beat the man, you gotta beat the man. And so we're going to Becky Lynch coming up next on Saturday night's main event. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit how this match actually happened, Walter. It was Adam Pearce with a contract in hand that officially welcomed Ruca as a signed roster member of the Red Brand. Ruca, former NXT North American champion, Royal Rumble participant, was, of course, chosen by John Cena as the future and was able to not only hang but beat Bayley, one of the other 4 pillars of my NXT, and last year in December, Saturday night's main event. But Becky Lynch had to spoil the party as if she was freaking Kanye West interrupting an acceptance speech. As so Ruca told Becky, not everything is about you, but the man believes that everything is about her.
And it's not just her.
Because she's the man, that's why.
Well, in my opinion, she's just vainglorious. And as we saw, Becky Lynch clocked Adam Pearce. She was lucky she didn't get fired, but her soul did get snatched.
They definitely edited the slip.
Yeah, right?
What a champ.
Well, again, I will not discredit Becky Lynch's credentials when it comes to what she's done in her career. She's beaten everybody. She's graced the grand stage of it all in the main event, and she beat AJ Lee to regain that Intercontinental Championship.
And we know how our fans feel about Soul because I'm pretty sure she won Finisher of the Year in our inaugural awards.
And outside Zarya, I don't think nobody's been able to kick out of her finisher, to your point, the Soul Snatcher. And Becky Lynch knows how dangerous that move is.
I would have waited to hit that. Because now Becky would know how to get out of it or even reverse it. Don't get me wrong, it's one of the best moves ever invented, but you know when you're set up for it.
If you get
that is one
far
of the
enough,
biggest
you can
mistakes
reverse.
I think she could have done.
If you get back far enough and catch her, you can reverse it right into a tombstone. You just got to set it up right.
Well, we've seen people take advantage of Ruca with that timing, to your point, scouting the Soul Snatcher. Did Becky Lynch scout the Soul Snatcher enough tonight, though, to avoid getting snatched? We're going to find out here shortly. And again, this is a huge moment for Ruca, who is now having her 3rd official match as part of the main roster. Surf's up, folks! It's time for Becky Lynch for Ruca here at Saturday's main event. Talk about the definition of literally surfing the tides of momentum, especially after hanging with already the Women's World Heavyweight Champion Liv Morgan in her Raw debut, and the follow-up with that against Io Sky in a respectable bout. But to my point, Io Sky was able to scout the position of the Soul Snatcher and prevent from being snatched by it, and was able to beat Ruca.
Ruca's just trying to ride the wave of momentum she's on since NXT.
And this stage is in her favor. This stage is in her favor, though, Walter. Again, she was able to beat Bayley here in December at Saturday night's main event, so that could play in favor for her. And this is also not for the title, but you got to imagine, Mikey, if she wins, that's got to give her a title shot.
Oh, absolutely. This should be a number 1 contenders contract match. And you know, the last time we saw the surfer gimmick was Crush. She is just like that, but with a move like the Soul Snatcher, I mean, she surpassed this gimmick. She likes to ride the waves. She's a beach girl, you know, and I think she's killing it. I really do.
I really think she is winning. I kind of feel like that's why they didn't make it an IC title match.
Well, it's not the first time the man's been humbled, and we all know when the man has a fractured ego what that leads to. So let's see if Ruca can make Becky Lynch wipe out tonight, or does the man have a plan to snatch Soul here at Saturday night's main event?
Becky Lynch humbled? Come on.
When you call yourself
Rebecca Quinn will get humbled. Becky Lynch will not.
Rebecca Quinn doesn't work in WWE. Becky Lynch is the one that's going to the ring, all right? Let's just call it what it is.
Cocky as cocky can be.
Well, I mean, again, she doesn't believe all the hype, the pomp, the circumstance that's behind Ruca, despite the fact she literally has seen Ruca's growth and development. Hell, the last time these two shared a ring before she signed on Raw, it was at the Royal Rumble. And who lasted longer that night? Ruca.
One of the best performances ever in the Rumble.
Of course, made it to the final 3 before losing to Tiffany Stratton, the eventual winner, Liv Morgan.
I'm seeing a little hint of Lita in her gear, in Ruca's gear a little bit there, too.
That's because she's heavily inspired by Lita, the first woman to take things to the extreme and stand out in WWE. Lita is one of her idols and models. Again, as I said, Becky Lynch was literally on a, what was it, like 8-month escapade to finally get the better of AJ Lee.
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Jessica Carr, the referee, so I'm sure that Becky Lynch will come up with all sorts of excuses and conspiracy theories. Tells the bell, oh, taking a cheap shot. Now, what's that supposed to prove before the bell? Now, attacking Ruca before the actual match begins.
You got to keep your hands up at all times, man. They would take advantage of you. I like how tonight it started with all women. We started with the 6 women. The ref was a woman. Then we got Jessica Carr, these 2.
Yeah, I'm about to say, ladies first.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Jessica Carr and Becky Lynch having an argument here. And again, Becky Lynch taking her eye off her opponent. So Ruca taking advantage with a short-range lariat. And so Ruca is not looking to be taken lightly.
There's no.
And we're underway officially.
No love lost between Carr and Becky.
Ever. And now so spinning Becky and taking her down face first with a face buster.
Ooh. She should call that the tidal wave.
Whoa. With the Enziguri, great scouting. So Ruca off the second rope, cross body.
Dude, I thought she was going for the snow satchel already.
About to say, taking Becky Lynch off her game right now. And again, we're seeing that gymnastics background coming into play here, and they're going by So Ruca.
Am I the only one that when she did that thought she was about to hit the soul satchel already?
You probably were just going to get like one of those Dynamite Kid moments all of a sudden. Now So Ruca
when she jumped off the rope right there, I was like, holy hell.
360 into a clothesline, running forward into a clothesline.
How the hell she do that? She landed on her knees and still hit the clothesline.
Takes a whole different form of a slingshot to a different variant. Handstand, and Becky Lynch right now in trouble from the get-go. Big PK by So Ruca, as Becky has not been able to figure out So Ruca yet. Now out of the corner!
Do her.
Whoa!
Crazy.
And So Ruca
nice
fired up
psych
here.
out. Nice psych out move with the handstand.
I want to see Soul versus some luchadores.
About to say she would fit actually really well in AAA. Shout out to La Catalina, by the way, who recently joined the AAA roster. And right now, spraying up and over again out of the corner. Becky Lynch, though, sidestepping So. Now looking to hook her up with the man of the slam. So finding back, though, with the elbows to the side of the head. Where that urgency. Arm drag takeover.
As well as Jack Cartwheel, who just signed. And you can check up on our channel. You can see our interview with Jack Cartwheel. Yep, he signed to AAA officially.
That's right. Congratulations to Jack Cartwheel. And figure for those that tuned into our interview, Jessica Carr, though, creating separation between So Ruca and Becky Lynch. And So has to keep her emotions in check here if she's going to get the win. A little bit of breathing room for Becky. So again, though, catching Becky for us kicks in the midsection. Now So out of the corner and oh no! Becky grabbed the official, and I think So gets her with a short soul snatcher. Again, right now, So when you're taking that move, by the way, you're blind to what you're doing. So again, So had no idea that Becky did that.
She knocked her mic pack and everything off.
Oh, no. Well, unfortunately, definitely was not the full effect. Jessica Carr was conscious, and Becky Lynch, like a cowardly bitch, just got So disqualified.
Come on.
Becky Lynch wins via DQ. This is probably it is. Becky Lynch is a cowardly bitch, all right? She pulled Jessica Carr in the way of the Soul Snatcher, knowing if that hit, she was going to be done. And So Ruca realized it. Becky thought that she could humble So, that she was a joke, an afterthought. And Becky almost ate crow. So instead of taking the loss honorably, she took the cheap way out any way she could at the expense of Jessica Carr and So Ruca. Pathetic.
That's a dirty way to win.
Jessica might restart the match and force it to be a nice.
Oh, wait, Becky, what the hell? Becky Lynch still with another cheap shot from behind. And now Hogan So we're going to manhandle slam.
You notice Becky only acts like this with someone that she can actually beat her. Like, she knows deep down inside that she will lose, so she takes the cheap way out.
But Becky knows that she's in midlife crisis more than ever handle slam. Anyone on this roster could actually beat Becky Lynch if she lets them, and So Ruca was on the verge of doing that. Another cheap shot and cowardly display by Becky tonight. And look at this sore brat. Look at this loser. Now, once again, that's enough, damn it. Third handle slam. Damn it, Pierce, get out here already. As I said
Let
before, it was
Adam
Jessica
Page get
Carr
out of
that
here
was
and
put
restart
in the
match
way.
and force it to be an IC title.
Well, in my opinion, Jessica Carr should reverse the decision after what Becky Lynch did.
What a way,
Right.
man. I mean,
They're
and
having fun.
this has got to lead to a match between Becky and Jessica.
Well,
at
the
some
end of the
point.
day, now look, a referee is not going to get physically involved in a match unless it's unsanctioned and they feel they have to for the freaking well-being of the competitors. The bottom line, Becky Lynch was a cowardly bitch, and she knew Ruca had her number because she couldn't figure her out, and she took the coward's way out. Pathetic.
Walter, what does Sol Ruca
That's what
literally
I'm thinking.
translate to? It is Spanish,
Sol-
right?
No, not as far as I know. I know that means. I don't know where she got it from. That's not Spanish though. Well, Sol means sun.
Yes.
So
Well, clearly, Becky Lynch was getting sunburned by Ruca in that match. She took the coward's way out. Real becoming of a women's Intercontinental champion that's supposed to be the freaking model, the pedigree, the freaking botch you have to overcome. Anyway, well, something had to end in a DQ or a funky finish tonight based on the size of this card and the size of this show. And I do wonder, are we going to get more shenanigans ahead of the Saturday shenanigans tonight with all ego Ethan Page, as Ethan Page has really gotten underneath the champion's skin, as we saw this past Monday Night on Raw in that tag team match. And of course,
Well,
Penta
who did he run with before? Because I'm clueless on him. Who did he run with before?
Well, basically, with Page, he's kind of been running alongside Rusev against both Javon Evans and Penta, but as soon as Ethan Page was signed to Monday Night Raw, he literally had his eyes on the championship. And now tonight, he has that chance. It's Penta versus Ethan Page for the Intercontinental title, and hopefully this won't have a screwy finish. Titles on the line coming up next on Saturday night's main events, as we go to, I believe, a bit of a history lesson about the Intercontinental Championship, better known as the Workhorse Championship, for those that don't know, and the pedigree of people that have held this title, whether it was the round or what it was my personal favorite, the white leather. You go all the way back to the original first champion, of course, Pat Patterson, many incredible greats that followed, including Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Macho Man Randy Savage, one of my favorite matches ever, by the way, in WrestleMania history. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, the list goes on and on, Walter.
Mm-hmm. The IC title is they called it the workman's title for a long time because it actually used to mean something. It's starting to get back to there, especially since Penta had it, because he actually defends it.
And of course, many people that held the Intercontinental Championship went on to World Championship pedigree, and also went on to, of course, become world champions, as we know. It's literally that second stage after you earn this title, where you prove your merit as what you're capable of if you could actually be the face of this company. And the Intercontinental Championship has been the gateway to that.
Yeah, usually they used to put the IC title on somebody who was on the way to the main event and becoming the main champion.
As we got our first commercial break tonight, again, fuck W streaming services. Again, folks, thank you all for tuning in. By the way, again, please stay tuned shortly after Saturday's main event concludes. We'll be back here at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the weekly Marvel conversation of wrestling matches and Saturday shenanigans. And stay tuned, of course, as the Watch Along Fun continues tomorrow night with AEW Double or Nothing on pay-per-view. Then I'll be back here Monday night here at the Submen's Brand, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Predictions League Breakdown. Me and Papagino bring down the stats, the results, the highs, the lows, and the medians, as, of course, we look towards Clash in Italy the following weekend. And City Predicting will be for that, of course, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursday Night Live across the Bible Studios. So stay tuned for all of that and so much more. Well, that being said, again, pretty decent kickoff here for the first under hour for what's become a monthly TV special, we're being honest here. It seems kind of far-fetched to do it the week before the actual PLE. Almost might as well be your go-home, but hindsight, 2020. Still to come tonight, of course, we got the Raw Tag Team Championships on the line, men's. We have the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships on the line. And, of course, coming up next, the Intercontinental Championship.
I honestly think that the IC title match should be the main event. That's my personal opinion.
Oh, I completely agree.
Either
Absolutely.
or, honestly.
Yeah, I completely agree. You're not going to get no argument on me. So, do you guys think there is a chance, though, that Ethan Page does get it done here tonight? I mean, you all really kind of are leaning towards that. Do you think Ethan uncrowns Penta? Really?
I'm going to say yes, because honestly, I mean, this will be a great introduction for people like me who has not been following NXT, who doesn't know a thing about him. Putting him on the main roster is step one. I mean, you guys have called plenty of Ethan Page matches, so I'm assuming he's a good talent and he's a good guy. I mean,
Good
as,
guy.
as a good worker. I mean, not heel or face. So
Okay, I give you that.
if that's the way they want to go, I'm okay with it. Don't get me wrong. I love Penta. I love Cero Miedo. I love the guy. He is talented. He is funny. He is a profesor de lucha. Excuse my Spanish. But he's had a good run with the belt too. And of course, one of the many traditions in wrestling is passing the torch. This could open a new door to Penta because let's face it, right now, don't get me wrong. I loved Cody as champion. I like Roman as champion. All the champions are okay, but we're kind of getting a little bit on the stale side. We need some new blood. If Penta loses, he should put his sights on the bigger titles. I think a good run with the main title, and don't cop out and don't do the triple R title. That's not a total cop out, but that's like a give me because Penta's from Mexico, the triple R, the triple A wrestling and all that. So don't play that card. Give him the main belt and let him run with it and see what he can do with it.
I think if rumors are to believe, they're kind of revamping the tag division. They're going to start focusing on that. Fortunately, I think they're gonna he's gonna lose it, and he's gonna finally team with his brother. I think the tag team division is gonna be a focus.
Well, I can kind of, I mean, again, Lucha Brothers are former AAA and AEW tag team champions, notorious tag team champions throughout their career. I mean, but clearly Penta and Rey Fénix, look at both men stop. Penta has more stock investment. He's had more stock investment since he came to WWE. And as I said, the championship has been a gateway towards that next echelon. It's one of those things, though, that if Penta loses here, you're almost relegating him back to the tag division, and you almost wonder, would he want that? It's also one of those things that Ethan Page, he's unfamiliar with Penta Simios. Their first ever one-on-one encounter. And even Page, he is very savvy. He's very opportunistic, Sapboy Mike. And as we talked about earlier, he won the NXT Championship in record time. And shortly after, he did make the NXT North American Championship. Very noteworthy for Canada. It's also one of those things, though, that I look at Penta and I look at the championship landscape of the WWE, considering who's at the top of it. Acknowledge that if you choose. I don't know necessarily if that would work in Penta's favor. It's really become a family affair, as of course we have tribal combat waiting for us now in Clash of Italy. As we look over here at Fort Wayne, Indiana, beautiful skyline, nice and bright, sunny day out there, of course.
Oh, can you imagine? Not even Bret Hart did this when he had the IC title. Can you imagine if Page wins it and customizes it to a Canadian title?
I mean,
that'd be a step down.
Well, speaking of a step down, Becky Lynch once again showed how much she is a step down against the next generation with a pathetic escape against Ruca after Jessica Carr ate a soul snatcher, and Becky Lynch came in from behind with a cheap assault, multiple manhandle slams from a very irate Becky Lynch, who knew Ruca was the better woman tonight.
Well, Intercontinental means across different continents. North America, Canada is part of it, so he can do it.
Well, yeah, but it was a joke. It was a joke.
Guys. Oh, hold on. Nick Aldis right now with Becky. This is different. I guess Nick Aldis will be in charge tonight. Oh. As a result. Oh.
And this time for the title, I bet.
Yep, you just called it. It's official. Becky Lynch, get ready to eat crow and wipe out. Ruca challenges Becky Lynch for the gold in Clash in Italy.
Well, be careful what you do.
Karma
Actions
is a bitch.
have consequences.
And again, to Mike's point, we need a fresh reset in this post-WrestleMania low season. Can the Irresistible Forces be that again, though, for the women's tag team division?
Possibly so. But going back to what I was wanting to say, the Canadian title that came into play in WCW, it was a joke. We don't need to revisit that again. I'm sorry.
I'm talking about what he did in NXT, how he made the North American title Canadian.
And to be fair, it was literally about North America. North America is the continent, but it has 3 countries, all right? And this is not a Jeopardy thing, but just saying. Nia Jackson, Lash Legend look hell-bent on getting those titles back, especially losing their last rematch for them.
Intercontinental means you represent the 7 continents.
Well, let's see if we get a smile.
I'm just saying, don't make it exclusive to Canada.
No. I'm talking about redesigning it to have Canadian colors.
Well, if Ethan Page has his way, I can literally see that happening by Monday night. Ethan Page, of course, to my point earlier, a 19-year veteran of the Squared Circle. I mean, again, you want to talk about a guy with ego. He started his own promotion in Canada, and he was the freaking world champion of it.
I mean, ego aside, when you have the talent and can back it up, can you blame a guy?
Well, I mean,
if you want to deflate his ego, yes.
Well, again, actions speak louder than words, and the actions of Ethan Page have led to him challenging tonight for the Intercontinental Championship. To your point, though, Walter, he is a former NXT North American champion, held that title for 273 days, and he literally won the NXT Championship within a month of debuting in WWE.
I told you within a month. See, and he might repeat it. I don't think there'll be an arena big enough to fit his ego in if he does this. It repeats the same thing again.
Write that down. That's a good point.
Well, he dialed in, though, and again, all he's going to need to do is figure out a way to beat Penta and escape with the gold here tonight. And he could get his next big way to make sure the WWE is all Eagles' way. And he held that North American Championship a hell of a lot of defenses, defended in AAA and in TNA against Mustafa Ali. Held that title for 12 successful defenses. But Penta Ciampa has been a fighting champion with zero fear against all newcomers and veterans of the Squared Circle, including one Rey Mysterio, let's forget. Has now been the champion now for 83 days, and tonight will actually mark his 7th defense already.
Yo, he literally defended that North American title all across North America.
Accurate.
I love Penta. I wish just once they would say Pentagon. I love the way it sounds.
Well, I mean, again, that's Lucha Underground roots, and rumor has it Lucha Underground might one day be returning, which would really surprise me. But also, as I said before, when it came to Penta Ciampa versus Rey Phoenix, this guy's stock is en fuego.
I still want to see him face Chelsea Green on WWE.
Chelsea Green has already said on Chris Van Vliet that will never happen again, but he was literally one of the safest workers she ever was in the ring with.
She said because WWE won't let it. I'm sure she still wants it.
You really think she wants to square up against Penta?
She said she said she wants to, and she just doesn't think WWE would allow it.
Walter, she's business. She'll square up with anybody. She'll do anything. Nick Aldis has even said ad nauseum, if there's something that she can do, she's there to get the moment. She's there to bring the moment, bring the entertainment. At the end of the day, get a paycheck. She loves to do this. She's all business. There's a reason why I think she should be freaking champion right now, but that's a whole different conversation.
I forgot
she's so much business. She's working to get her dream house built.
Okay, that's a business endeavor in itself, and that could take a while. So focus on that, and then get the United States Championship back, or get the World Championship. Nonetheless, Penta Ciampa, of course, already defended this in a 6-pack ladder match, and it's already defended it against El Hijo de Vikingo, Dominic Mysterio, after beating that little brat back in March, Dragon Lee, and El Grande Americano, and Kofi Kingston.
I love that little brat reference. That was a good one.
That's all he is a brat, like most of this generation. For Freaking non-disciplined youth. Except you, Walter. You're doing good by your kid. Happy birthday to your boy, by the way.
Thank you. Also,
Look,
it's sad.
work with
I always remember May 23rd is also the date that Owen Hart unfortunately fell. Like, so it's like.
And again, this is the anniversary of Owen Hart. Let's go down to Lynch Garcia for their inductions for this match.
Pause.
Wait, we only have 2 matches left? I was sending you the graphics because I'm taking off, but I sent you the last 2.
I got you. Don't worry about that.
It's retro, it's classic, it's throwback, but it's modern. I like it.
Well, neon makes anything modern, pretty much.
I just like Lillian. Forget everything else.
Well, I mean, before, after, the Fink, Lynch Garcia was, and still, in my opinion, is the voice of WWE as far as announcing goes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
She wearing that dress.
Penta Cinema, by the way, folks, is 41 years of age and has been involved in this business for 18 years, trained by Gran Apache.
He's one of the most popular luchadors ever in WWE. Look how the fans took to him.
I would argue to say we haven't seen a luchador this popular since Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio.
Right.
There you go. Well, the kids love him. I mean, that one kid at the very beginning of the entrance rap, he was marking out big time. That's the moment you want.
I mean, literally, he's got celebrities trying to do the walk that he does. I mean, this dude he's going places.
Well, we'll see if he goes to the pay window here tonight, or if he unfortunately goes to his own bitter sorrows at the expense of All Ego. Yeah, we're dealing with 2 veterans here. So this should be a very well-fought match, but it also is going to be very manipulative with All Ego and Piage in there, because he's just as physical as he is mental. Waistlock being applied here in Penta right now, looking for the escape, standing switch exchange right now. And of course, let's keep in mind in championship matches, target in his hands be a pinfall submission inside the ring. Counter disqualification means nothing. Back elbow strikes by Penta, trying to break the grip of All Ego. And again, how does Penta keep this momentum going? To your point, he has been a fighting champion. Oh, but eventually your body or time is going to catch up with you. 3 seconds can happen out of any time. And if Penta gets a little bit too full of himself, even with a guy against him that's All Ego, even Piage can find a way to manipulate and skip the title tonight.
I don't think you ever have to worry about ego or being full of himself with Penta, but I mean, you can get a little overzealous.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right there. Adrenaline makes men do crazy and stupid things, and I do think the fact that he's constantly accepting these challenges, it's going to catch up with him, and it very well could catch up with him tonight with one of the newest rising stars in WWE, much like he was, to your point, literally a year ago, back I think in like January.
Yeah, I think he was the debut of the of Netflix. I think
he
that's
was.
when he debuted. Yeah.
Big drop kick out of midair off the springboard. Even Piage taking advantage now on the ground and pound on the champion. Look at the eyes. The eyes tell the story. Pinpoint accuracy.
Have a good rest of the night. I'm gonna take off, take my kids to the movies.
All right, man.
Let me send you this current graphic because it'll disappear when I leave the room. Hold on.
Yeah, you're fine, dude. Just Facebook message me them, and I'll put them up. And again, thank you, Walter Cruz. Again, happy birthday to your boy. Have an incredible evening, and we'll see you next time in Civil Studios, whether we are simply commenting or Super Disney. Again, tomorrow night, AW Double or Nothing. Hope to see you there. Otherwise, I'll see you on the flip side.
There's
down
a
the
0
line.
hour for that, right? With some matches on there.
There is. So if you and Nick want to humor that, you absolutely can. Otherwise, we'll just do our own little soiree for a good 15 minutes prior. Deep Arm Dragons, Penta's able to take advantage and catches him in Piage with a super kick, sending the challenger to the outside. And then the 2. So you've
Penta's
never seen
doing
anything about Ethan Piage at all, Mikey?
Nothing. This is my first intro to him because I didn't follow him in NXT. I'm just stubborn like that.
Well, that's fair. Now Penta taking advantage. Hoist it up! Oh man!
I've seen so many super kicks tonight.
Well, you just saw a man get body dropped for a damn table.
Table didn't break. It's good.
Well, I'm about to say, those reinforced tables, they know how to hold up. And right now, Ethan Page getting a moment to recuperate. The official starting his 10 count. Ethan Page got to be aware, though. They know he cannot win the title like that. And you see Ethan Page, again, keeping a close eye on the count, stopping the ref's count, now going to the outside. Smart move by the challenger. Driving Penta shoulder first into the ring post. The fact of the matter that Ethan Page literally squared up against his former rival, Javon Evans, who was also trying to put his name out there to go after the Intercontinental title after coming this close at WrestleMania in that ladder match, goes to show how much of an opportunist Ethan Page is on preying on his former victims. And Penta Simeon in a world of trouble here right now.
Well, right now he's very impressive. I mean, I am impressed with him. I did see a little bit of him when he was doing the mixed tag thing with Chelsea. So, you know, I mean, and then of course with Thea and Joe. So, you know, that was a good little storyline too. Felt bad for him, but hey, someone's got to take the joke, right?
Well, I don't think Penta wanted to take that monitor to his back, as we saw on that replay. And Ethan Page right now literally attacking at Penta's lower lumbar. Now following up off the ropes, drops the elbow to the heart. Just weakening the champion to cover, holding both legs here. Duchenne gets 2 counts.
Not going to get him like that. You gotta really work him.
And speaking of AAA, stay tuned, folks. AAA will be, of course, having their own show here tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you, of course, follow that feed. And, of course, you can see more of a heel de Vikingo, Don Mysterio, who still has the AAA Mega Championship, a Grande Americano, Mr. Iguana, and the many other luchadors and luchadores of AAA, including La Catalina. And right now, Penta trying to fight his way back into this match. Ethan Page still grabbing Penta by the mask and ripping him down by it hard to the canvas. Again, smart move, though, grounding the hot flyer. Short-range drop kick cover, hook of the far leg. Gets a 2 count on Penta. If nothing else, he's just trying to wear the champion down here, Mikey, constantly staying on the attack and keeping him grounded.
When it's for the title, yes, that's what you should do. I mean, don't go for – that's a problem in title matches, whether it's boxing, whether it's wrestling, whether it's MMA. Don't go for the knockout unless you're – or the submission unless you're Ronda Rousey. Shout out to that quick match. But that's the problem. You know, they just want to go for the quick win. Ha, I beat you. It's over. You got to be smart about it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, though, even Page taking advantage of this literally within a month. I mean, again, I talk about bruising ago. Where does he even go if he loses tonight against Penta Simeon?
It won't affect anything. I mean, his ego will still be as big as possible. You can't really take down Ethan Page based off of what I'm seeing right now, okay? A loss will not affect him. He'll get ticked off about it. He'll cry about it in heel fashion, but it won't bother him much. He's just getting his name out there right now.
Pendulum drop kick by Penta Simeon, who drives Ethan Page out of the ring and drives all the breath out of his lungs. Now the champion back in control here. And Penta, scouting Ethan, might be looking to go high risk, going off the ropes. The topic on Hilo.
Nice. Beautiful move. It's like he's just floating in midair.
And Ethan Page caught all of that.
That's the beauty of Lucha Libre. When they can do it and you just whoa, and then it's over. Give me a replay on that. Look at that. Beautiful. He missed the landing a little bit, but still got his point across.
Well, high risk, high reward doesn't mean that you get the full cash out. Again, Ruby's counting up to 7. Ethan Page slowly staggering to his feet. Penta bringing back the challenge inside the ring. Of course, Penta, prior to champion, wants to beat Ethan Page inside the ring. Will not take a count out. And Penta now going up to the top rope, looking for another big move here. High cross body, catching even more on his head, though.
That's gonna, that's not the way that, well, maybe, but maybe not. Oh,
might have wobbled him there. Again, open palm strike. Longest reigning NXT North American champion. And right now, Penta Simeon going up to the top rope. And that's impressive for Ethan Page, considering he outlasted the run of Obafemi. Open palm strike again by Penta, as both men are on the apron now. And again, a lot's been taken out of each other in this match. Now going up. Penta! Beautiful Rana takeover in the middle of the ring. Now up the second. Tornado DDT follow-up. Could this be enough here? Into the cover. Side press on the far later. Turn kick out at 2 by Ethan Page.
All right, now the momentum has shifted now. Now we're going to get the championship. What do I have to do to beat this guy?
Now, Mikey, to your point, though, again, Penta is exhausting a lot of energy with these high-risk moves.
That's the lucha style. I mean, you have to go all out. You know, Cero Miedo is not just a lifestyle. I mean, you're going to go until the tank is dry. If you've got one drop left in you, you're going to use it.
Penta looking for maybe the Penta driver. Even Page able to scout it, though. Irish whip in the corner. Reversal. Even Page sent hard in the turnbuckles. Gets the boot up again, though. Staggers Penta up to the second. Catching him with a kick to the side of the head. And now Ethan. Big power slam. Now immediately going for the covers. And now we got a new champion. No, Penta able to get the show up again.
Not after a power slam, no. There had to be more behind that to do that.
Well, again, we've seen how much even Page has been able to use both his brains and bronze to try and neutralize the champion. But so far, everything he's done, it still has not been enough. And there you see again the Intercontinental title on that podium, the cornerstone of the workhorses for this generation of WWE, then now and forever. And even Page wants to make sure that that title has his name etched on it. Irish whip, Penta sent in the corner, springs up and over, catching even. Vicious backstabber.
Nice move out of the corner.
Cover.
Well,
look at the leg. Kick out 2.
Well done on that one. Well done.
Quick on his feet, quite literally here. And Ethan Page suffering for it with a vicious backstabber. Surprised he didn't go for the arm, though, for a sacrifice. Instead, went for the cover. And right now, crowd again. Past the crowd here, Intercontinental title still hanging in the balance as Penta Ceremero is pushing Ethan Page to his very limits. And the last time Ethan Page was not able to capitalize on opportunity, he did go into a rut for a while after the Iron Survivor Challenge before making an enemy against Javon Evans and literally twisting his smile to the dentist. Knife is chops being exchanged for champion and challenger. Penta and Ethan squaring up. Now Ethan going to the elbow, side of the head. Maybe getting the upper hand here. Oh, runs into a super kick. Now Penta off the ropes. Oh!
Another super kick.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, an elbow connects. Both men meet with a kite kick. Both men both men down.
Oh, my gosh, man. It's almost like there's a staple where at least every wrestler has to have at least one super kick in their repertoire.
Well, about to say speed of recovery after all those kicks, though, Mike, is a whole different conversation.
Yeah, really. And it all started with Shawn Michaels.
Penta now trying to wheel his way back up to his feet using the ropes in the corner for assistance. And Ethan Page slowly staggering forward into Penta again, runs into a super kick. Now Penta, oh! Ethan Page with his own move, codebreaker, single knee kick out 2.
And
how close is Ethan Page to capturing the title?
A look of sadness, and what do I have to do to beat him?
Possibly looking for Twisted Grin, maybe. That corkscrew cutter. Penta finding out of it, though. Hooking up Ethan Page. Now Ethan Page got hooked. Penta driver! Cover!
Oh, nice.
Kick out 2.5.
Didn't get all of it, but still effective.
Again, pump handle, Penta driver, or as some would call it, made in Japan or Mexico. And to your point, only the leg over the body, no body weight on the shoulders.
And the children aren't happy.
That's the life lesson if Ethan Page gets his way. Children, no, you always don't get what you want. And right now, Penta, though, might be looking to go loco, possibly going to Ethan Page with a strike. Even again, though, rising knee strike.
Good counter.
I feel like he's fighting on instinct mostly at this point, though, with the scouting that Ethan Page has done against Penta here, though, in the lateness of this match.
Instinct and fumes. I mean, we're getting close to the end here, I think.
Yeah, both men literally emptying out the gas tank. Shot to the midsection, though, by Penta. Now clumbing away against Ethan Page in the back, and I sense disaster.
Oh, this is going to be bad.
But Penta now, wait, Ethan Page grabbing the mask of Penta. No,
Oh.
In position now. Netherlands power slam, cover. We have a new no. Ethan Page can't believe it.
I saw his eyes go 6 inches past his skull on that move.
And the resilience of Penta here tonight, and even immediately back on the attack. Frustration boiling over out of the challenger. But even Page needs to be careful, keeps his emotion in check. Disqualification will not help him here. It will only cost him.
2 disqualifications in 2 matches for the Intercontinental title? I don't think so. Oh, here we go. He's ticked off now.
Well, yeah, even Page just blatantly ripped off the turnbuckle pad, and the referee saw him, but now Ethan ripping off another turnbuckle pad, and the referee again is unaware what Ethan did. Penta, though, sidestep, torso first, schoolboy roll up. There's a 3 count, and the referee position. We got a new champion, and nearly stole it. And again, every dubious trick by Ethan Page has not been enough here.
Go with what you know, the dirtiest tricks in the book.
And now Penta, prevents collision. Ethan, though, goes shoulder first into the exposed turnbuckle. Off the second rope. That's again a destroyer.
That should do it.
Penta, back press with the 5-9. Penta retains.
Good match. Well done. And the children are happy.
Penta Ciampa rises to the occasion again and still holds on to the Intercontinental Championship.
Well done. Felicidades, Penta.
That is definitely by far his best defense yet, and most hard-fought defense of that title, Mikey.
Indeed, absolutely. This one's going to go down, if you ever meet Penta, just, good match against Ethan Page. Wow. I mean, and like I said, this is not going to be a step down for Ethan Page. This is going to be a good boost for him. I mean, his ego, pun intended, will not be affected by this. He'll regroup. He'll find a way to get back involved in it. This story will continue somehow.
I just want to point out, though, Mikey, when that turnbuckle pad was exposed, you saw how long the referee took to follow up when Ethan had that cover on Penta. We were a split second away from a new champion. In a way, even Page cost himself.
In a way, yeah. I mean, it backfired. That happens. You have the best laid plans. You make a plan and God laughs. Well, Ethan's plan was to use the turnbuckle. Look what happened. Ha ha, you lose.
Let's go backstage to Kathy Kelly after that incredible match as she stands by with Brie Bella and Paige, our current WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, preparing for the Irresistible Forces here shortly.
And I think Nikki and Brie were in Nashville last night or earlier this. They did come they were in Knoxville, I believe, at the beginning of the week, and I couldn't go. But hey, I can wait.
And the fact of the matter that these two are the tag champions versus the original planned Bellas due to Nikki Bella's injury, who was instrumental in allowing Paige and Brie to gain those titles since Paige returned home to WWE at WrestleMania. Paige saying this wasn't even supposed to happen, to my point. But this is the reality that we face. Here we are. Well, champions seem pretty confident, saying that they are going to win. And, of course, this will mark their third defense. And they did beat their Irresistible Forces previously on SmackDown. So we'll see if lightning strikes twice. Coming up next, WWE Women's Tag Team Champions are on the line. Paige and Brie Bella defend against Last Legend, Nia Force, the former Women's Tag Team Champions, the Irresistible Forces. After this commercial break, fuck WWE streaming services. Well, that being said, I will say that was definitely a very well-fought match for Penta Ciampa and All Ego Ethan Page. Believe it or not, folks, WWE can actually pull off good matches once in the blue moon. They're just not on Raw and SmackDown.
I can agree to that. Yes, absolutely.
At least not in this day and era. Anyway, I hope everyone's enjoying our coverage, watch along. So, again, if you are enjoying this, please let us have a comment and tell friends. You all continue to make the passion persist and pursue. And if you want to dictate the conversation, Super Chat, PayPal the Passions. It's as simple as that. So, Mikey, let's talk about the Irresistible Forces. Of course, they are the previous WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. We saw them go in as a nod towards Demolition, who, of course, in the WWE Hall of Fame this year. but they were at a disadvantage from the get-go. It was a fatal 4-way. As, of course, we had them. We thought we were going to have the Bellas, and Paige returned home. I think the element of surprise caught the Irresistible Forces off guard, but there won't be that element tonight. So do you think the Irresistible Forces regain the titles here? Has this been more of a Cinderella story in the comeback for Paige versus the Bellas, who we thought were going to achieve the dream that everyone thought was made for them since the titles were first minted?
My initial thought of this is Nikki Bella, of course. If she is getting closer to returning medically, then maybe the belts will come back to the Irresistible Forces. Nikki can then do something to take out Paige, because let's face it, Nikki and Brie together, whether they're heel or face, they are a good tag team. Nikki has always been the better heel. So if Nikki comes back after let's say hypothetically they lose the titles back, Nikki comes back, she's medically cleared to compete, she can make that heel turn, and Brie will be clueless, deer in headlights. She won't know what to do, but she will be loyal to her sister, because let's face it, they're twins and sisters unite and all that good stuff. She will try to be the voice of reason, and that will cause another rift between Nikki and Brie, which we have seen once before with Stephanie McMahon. And then all three of them can battle it all out, and then they can all hug it out at the end. So can the title go back to the Irresistible Forces? Yes. Will it happen tonight?
That's the question, Mikey, and I ask you
I'm going
now
to say
to
no.
that.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that they can retain and continue whatever tradition that there is of a team losing the belts in a surprise fashion or in a multiple team fashion. Have them lose again in a standard tag match, then have them come back up again and see where it goes. And hopefully when Nikki comes back, in fact, if Nikki does come back, maybe she can even be the one to cost her sister and Paige the belts. How about this scenario? There you go with this one. How about this? Hey, I'm back. I want to team with my sister. You don't need the belt. You go away. Paige is like, well, what did I do that was so horrible? And Nia and Lash are like, haha, we got what this is what. Let's go up against the Bella twins, and then we start playing hot potato with the tag team belts again. Do we really want to go there?
Typical bullying Bella mentality is what it sounds like you're trying to bring back.
Not necessarily bullies. No. I despise bully stuff. But like I said, Nikki was always, I believe, better as a heel in the ring. Outside the ring, I don't know what she is. I've never met her. I wouldn't know. I mean, all I've seen is what I saw on Total Divas and Total Bellas. You know, she's a businesswoman. She's a reality star. She's all that and more. I liked her better as a heel than a face.
Well, the fact of the matter, though, this is the only set of women's titles in WWE for tag teams, and I do think there's a force will continue to be a 4, not only on their side, but the entire self-proclaimed recreated for the Nonagon time women's tag team division. And again, folks, the next time Saturday Night's Main Event graces your screen outside of our feeds here, it will be from the Mecca of WWE that pretty much dictate the building, Madison Square Garden, Saturday, July 18th, New York City. Tickets on sale now if you wish to sacrifice your kidney. Again, Saturday Night's Main Event at MSG, Saturday, July 18th. And we will be covering that here, of course, at the Simply Reliable Studios.
The greatest arena in the world.
But WWE won't let anyone else become famous there, unfortunately. So, again, do they really get to the business? Yeah, you tell me. But that being said, looking not only towards the Women's Tag Team Championships to come, but, of course, our main event, the Street Profits, who were notorious for being WWE Tag Team Champions, looking to regain that former glory. It's been a long time since the Street Profits have had gold around their waist, Mikey.
Well, I don't want to say it's all Montez's fault, but he's about to become a dad. So, being a dad is, I think, slightly more important than being a tag team champion, and being a husband, and all that, So Bianca's doing okay. So that will definitely bring back Montez and Dawkins to go for the tag team belts.
Well, we'll talk more about that here in a moment to see if the Street Profits are up and if you want the smoke. But coming up next, it's time to see if the Irresistible Forces wage destruction again, and we get new women's tag team champions. Time for our women's tag team championship match.
The only smoke I get is barbecue smoke.
Ironically enough, I had barbecue ribs earlier today. And of course, Lash Legend arrived earlier this year, part of the main roster, forming this tag team with Nia Jax and seasoned the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, of course, against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, who, of course, lost them to the Kabuki Warriors, who, of course, in turn lost them as well. Talk about a hot potato lap. But I will say that when it comes to Nia Jax, the familiarity with the Women's Tag Team Championship might also come in favor for her here tonight. And with Lash Legend underneath her wing, almost a bit of a mentor-mentee type relationship with these two, they very well could become two-time Women's Tag Team Champions tonight.
Indeed. You need some Tennessee ribs, by the way, so you got to get over here and have some of that.
That's a different conversation for another day, but I will never say no to barbecue. And again, there's the forces. They even lost against Paige and Brie Bella already on Friday Night SmackDown. So the champs know that they can beat them.
A bit of a little nod to the Bella twins with that little pose there. That was Nikki and Brie's pose there with the back-to-back type thing.
Well, clearly they want to send a very personal message towards one half of the Bella twins, who pretty much people thought was just a circumstance of becoming a women's tag team champion with anybody besides her sister. As Brie Bella holds one half of the women's tag team championships, not with her sister, but with Paige. And this was not on my bingo card this year or anytime ever in either of these women's WWE's careers. But it is what it is. And again, we have seen how well these two have been able to work together, outlasting the Judgment Day and the Irresistible Forces. And of course, Paige returned home at WrestleMania when it was an uncertainty if she ever could wrestle again in WWE.
I'm glad that she did get over that, because it's a good story, you know. If you can come back from a career-threatening injury, I mean, medical advances have been just jumping out like flies, you know. So, you know, it's good for her to be back and working again, and it's an inspiration. That's what I think. An inspiration for those that need those surgeries of that kind.
Well, your inspiration might face devastation here if Nia Jax and Lash Legend get their hands on Paige's neck. And of course, Paige, former WWE Divas champion, two-time Divas champion, had her feud over that title against the Bellas,
which led to total Bellas. So, you know, I mean, it all worked out nicely, but and someone's not happy in the front row, giving them a thumbs down. Out. Well, okay, First Amendment rights.
Let's go down to Lynn Garcia to get our introductions for this Women's Championship rematch. Tag Team Championship rematch, excuse me. Take it away, Lynn Garcia. Yeah, I love the Michael Buffer old school microphones. That is.
Nice. Yeah, classic. Absolutely.
Come on with the classic. Shoot, you haven't seen a mic like that since Mr. Anderson. ... Anderson. I miss that gimmick.
He's still
no one else could ever do that. Of course, Lash Legend, also known as Mrs. Trick Williams.
Really?
Yep, that's Trick Williams squeeze.
They are married, or they are a couple?
They're married.
Oh, wow. Well, how about that?
Brie Bella, of course, WWE Hall of Famer, and this is Brie Bella's only title accolade in her entire WWE career. So what do the Forces need to do this time, Mike, knowing that the champions have already beaten them in traditional tag team action and literally took the titles from their WrestleMania?
They need to use their strengths and not again, take it slow. And that's,
Yeah, you were saying?
Okay. Yeah, they just took my advice and threw it out the window.
About to say, nice double bulldog there by Paige and Brie, taking advantage of Nia Jax. Now runs him through with the knee. Now Paige going for the cover, looking for a leg. It's a 1 count here. And right now, this is probably what Paige and Brie needs to do. Stick and move, especially against the more formidable of the two. And I would say that Nia Jax is definitely that. Axe handle across the head. Now Brie going up to the top turnbuckle on the opposite side of the ring. Another axe handle. Drops Nia Jax down to her knee. And again, Brie staying on the attack. Brie Bella and Nia Jax, the two legal women so far for this match. And
she got caught.
Many times to the I got caught with a Samoan drop. Quickly to the covers. Nia gets a 2 count. And that's all it takes for this forces to take back control in this match, Mikey. 1 move.
Exactly. She got caught. I mean, Brie did the right thing, but it just was not fast enough, I think. And you got to remember, with the builds of Nia and Lash, they can take a few shots. I mean, it's not Thanos levels where you got to keep hitting and keep hitting and keep hitting, but you got to keep hitting and be quick about it.
There you go. To your point, evasive maneuvers now in play with the champion, but Last Legend goozling both champions right now, breaking the grip. And now what is Brie and Paige looking for here? Using both their knees. Combination code breaker, taking Last Legend down. Last Legend comes to us with a background in basketball. Now they're covered by Paige, not even a 1 count.
See, that was a waste.
It wasn't though. That pump kick after the stretch by Nia Jax wiping Paige out. Those underhanded tactics that have played heavily, pun intended, in favor of the champions previously. Now the cover by Lash gets a very, like a days ago, 2 count there. And of course, to my point, I want to apologize to Brie Bella's short run as the former WWE Divas champion. Of course, took that title from Eve Torres. Now Paige again, though, and Last Legend picking up momentum for her team here with these short-range, dominant Irish whips and a fall-up splash cover by Lash. Gets a 2 count on Paige.
She posed a little bit. She got a little bit cocky there. You don't do that.
Well, again, the confidence that Last Legend and Nia Jax believe that they can literally beat anybody here in WWE based on their size and stature. 2 of the most powerful athletes in the women's rosters. And they proved it during their time as champions.
It's good to be confident, but you don't want it to become cockiness.
And right now, just having their way with Paige and Last
See,
Legend.
that was being cocky right there. That was cockiness.
The subtle pie face, though. But again, some of this match is physical. The rest of it being mental here. Face first goes Paige in the top turnbuckle. And Nia Jax now isolated with Paige. Now trapping her up against the ropes. Just a clubbing chop to Paige's chest. I would not want to be on the receiving end of that.
Not even if you were going to be paid for it?
No, thank you. Now continuing to wear down Paige. Almost a Cobra Clutch of sorts here.
I can see that. A Cobra Clutch, almost like $1 million dream almost as well.
Well, again, which team's going to go bankrupt here? Nia Jax isolating Paige and working again, to my point, on Paige's neck. Face first goes Paige to the top turnbuckle, though, as Paige was trying to escape from Nia Jax's grip, putting up the big L against Brie Bella. Notice that Nikki Bella has not been involved, by the way, since Paige and Brie won the tag team champions with the assistance of her crutch. Perfectly legal under Fatal 4-Way rules. So again, Paige and Brie have proven themselves to a credit as women's tag team champions. And I don't think that can be taken away from them. And beating the former champions again here tonight is only going to further cement that.
Indeed. And I'm seeing a little bit more than confidence there from that was okay. That was power.
Lash. Again, just
okay, but see,
forward power.
That was power, but the pin was arrogant. You don't do that. If that's part of the character, that's fine. But I mean, this is for the title here. You don't do that.
Well, also, I think Last Legend is still a bit immature as well. I mean, again, she's only been involved in wrestling now for 4 years, and she hasn't even been involved in the main roster for a full year. So, again, she's still learning. And I think that confidence goes back to maybe psyching herself up versus trying to outsmart her opponent. Face first goes Paige again in the middle of the ring as Last Legend remains in full control right now of the champions.
And she hasn't even hit 30 yet either.
Nope, she's 29 years old.
How about that?
Goozling Paige now across the second rope. Nia Jax and Lash Legend, the forces were women tag team champions, by the way, folks, for 50 days. across 4 championship defenses. It hasn't even been 50 days yet for freaking Paige and Brie Bella. So what does that tell you?
Time waits for nobody.
And of course, Nia Jax, as I said, one of the more experienced individuals here in WWE as a women's tag team champion, a 3-time women's tag team champion across various partners, including Shayna Baszler, Average Web, and Nia Jax just splashing Paige opposite corner to corner right now.
Yeah, but with all that experience, you would think she would learn how to work safe. I had to say it. I'm sorry.
Can we not try and reference the past here as we try and look
No,
towards
I'm not saying it as a bad thing. I'm not saying that she's a bad worker and all that. I'm not. She puts in the work, but there are some times where she slips up a little bit.
Well,
and
don't everybody?
Unfortunately, that's what she's known for.
Well, yeah, you're right. She is definitely more of a victim of circumstance, doing that more often than others. But this is the wrestling business, so everyone slips on a banana peel once in a while. But yeah, that being said, though, Nia Jax has really shown a lot this last year. Sidestep by Paige, shoulder first in the turn, but in the ring post goes Nia Jax. Critical moment here for Paige to crawl and make the tag towards Brie. Brie mode engaged. Brie legal. Up to the top rope. Bad miss out. Drop kick takes Nia Jax off her feet.
But what needs to stop is fire Nia Jax. Come on, no, that needs to stop. It kicks.
The Yes Kids ranting out. Actually, the Yes Kids, of course, made famous by her husband, Bryan Danielson. Big knee strike takes Lash Legend out of play, and Brie Bella neutralizing Nia Jax with the running knees. Now bring it back towards center. Here's the cover. Is enough to retain. Kick out at 2 by Nia. Powering out of that cover. Now trying to create separation again. Pushes Brie off. Pop up. Oh, God. Pop up. Headbutt.
Ooh, that's different.
Nia Jax again, just nothing but a brick wall against anybody that stands in front of her. Now up in a small drop, and a tap made of Lash Legend who goes up to the second rope and might be looking for, Lash Legend, big splash. But not going for the pin here. And again, you wonder, is that confidence or do they want assurance? Tag made now to Nia Jax.
That was arrogance right there. You should have taken the pin when you had it.
Oh, no. Nia Jax in position. Massive leg drop. Cover 2, and Paige kick slash into the cover at the last possible second.
Interesting breakup. I've never seen that one before.
And again,
clever,
inverted
smart
contact. She might have hit her in the head, actually, there. Now breathing new life, at least for the few seconds here in this match, as Paige crawls her way to the corner, and Brie right now looking for the tag, and a tag to Paige, and Paige now going up to the top rope. Nia, though, catching Paige out of the corner. Again, the power of the Irresistible Force. And Schoolgirl Sunset Flip, the leverage by Brie, chance retains!
With a little help. Interesting move.
Leverage.
Sneaky.
The subtle push by Brie from behind, pushing Paige further up on the matchbook, adding leverage to the cover, allows Paige and Brie to retain. And whether or not it was desperate or just coincidence, call what you will, call it a successful defense and another loss for the Irresistible Forces. That was brilliant. Again, look at the replay here. Nia Jax with that team combination, leg drop out of the corner. It wasn't for Paige in that last split second. We'd have had new champs here. But to your point, sunset flip escape, high stack, extra leverage pushed by Brie subtly, and that was enough for them to keep the championships.
It was a very sneaky but smart move. And that, again, that's something new. That I don't think that's ever been done in a tag team match. So, I mean, hey, intelligence.
Tonight, the Irresistible Forces got literally outsmarted.
Yes, they did.
Job well done. Job well done by Paige and Brie Brea, still WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Again, when you're facing somebody more powerful than you, you gotta use more than just the muscles in your body to achieve victory, and Paige and Brie just proved that. Well, anyway, as I was talking about earlier, when it comes to our watch-alongs, of course, Mikey, as you know, we will be going towards my actual roots of my family, Italy, as we have a clash in Italy, Sunday, May 31st, and that will be 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, folks, exclusively, of course, on ESPN. Let's go ahead and look towards what we have already on this card. We know that the tribal chief Roman Reigns, this has gotten as personal as it can get with this little cousin. All gas, no brakes. He's not fired. We now have, and this will be during the first hour, my town, ESPN, tribal combat for the women's world, for the World Heavyweight Championship, but for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. After Becky Lynch's cowardly display, she will now have to defend the title and her pride against Ruca one-on-one at Clash in Italy, as the Women's Intercontinental Championship will be on the line. And personally, I hope Becky Lynch wipes out. Also, we now know, again, ESPN, first hour, Clash in Italy. You will see the first hour, of course, on ESPN. The undisputed WWE Championship will be on the line as Cody Rhodes once again collides with Darlene General Gunther. And Gunther and Cody, of course, have a tumultuous history across King and Queen of the Ring tournaments and Royal Rumbles. And we also know favors the challenger, Mikey, when it comes to Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill, who's now gotten the better of the champion twice, as the WWE Women's Championship will be on the line in Italy. Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill 2 for the gold.
I am a little bit worried about our QB1. I love the easy to find, hard to beat. This is going to be a good match. And if they decide to put the belt back on Gunther, I mean, I'm definitely worried about that, because let's face it, Gunther is just he's definitely top tier level. He's proven it with the IC title and the World Heavyweight title.
And let's not forget, Mikey, you and I called what we thought was a retirement. Don't call it a comeback, but we got Brock Lesnar versus Omofemi 2 also at Clash in Italy. It is official. The Beast Incarnate wants to conquer the ruler that bets him at WrestleMania. Does history repeat, or does Brock Lesnar once again remind you why he is the baddest mother effer on the planet? We'll find out next week at Clash in Italy as we look towards the legacy that is tag team wrestling here in WWE. Whether you look at the Hart Foundation, Demolition, the Rock and Roll Express, the Natural Disaster, the Steiner Brothers, the $1 Million Dream, or if I'm going to be more modernized here, the Shield, the Hardys, the New Day, you name it. Tag team wrestling has always been an echelon here for people in WWE. And while there always has been that stigma of the Shawn Michaels and the Mario Jannetty, we have seen tag team legacies forged on a match with these championships. And according to Paul Heyman, the Vapor, Logan Paul and Austin Theory right now are at the forefront of that tag division resurgence.
Yeah, the tag teams had kind of gone into a bit of a lull, I thought. And sadly, the Wyatt Six are no longer with us. The MFTs, I don't know what they're doing. I still think they are trying to keep the bloodline going, but with Logan Paul and Austin Theory now and holding the belts, and now the Street Profits coming back, this should give it a good boost, I think.
Well, let's go ahead and see what Paul Heyman has to say regarding the challenge that, of course, Logan Paul and Theory have facing them. I also want to point this out, by the way. This is their first defense since beating the Usos in the street fight. Literally, this is their first defense. That street fight, by the way, folks, was back in March. It has been 2 months and 20 days since those titles have been defended. Can we get Joe Hendry out here and see, can we fire Logan Paul and cause
No. That might happen after this. Let's win or lose. This should open the door for Joe Hendry to come in and mess with Logan Paul. Don't do it during the match, because then that's gonna be too cheesy. Don't get me wrong. I love Joe Hendry. I love his comedy.
Yeah,
appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Okay, that was too much, but well planned. But if you do it now during this, no, it's too cheesy, it's too corny, it's too gimmicky, it's too comedic. This is for the titles. Do you really want to play this card to where, we get something between Joe Hendry and Paul Heyman? No, I don't see that yet. let this match cook and be done with, and then do this for dessert. Okay,
That's fair.
Yeah,
All right.
indeed. I mean, like I said, I love him. Great comedic character. Want to see more of him eventually, but not right now. Don't let him be the one to cause them to lose the titles. It would work, but no, not yet.
All right.
Because
Well,
then you're gonna pick on Paul Heyman, and let's face it. Do you really want to? I always say, don't poke the bear. You don't mess with Paul Heyman. You're gonna end up dead where you stand.
Well, I'm a guy that believes in science, and I also believe in the condensation cycle. And this vision has been nothing but a vapor on the WWE and the WWE Tag Team Championship. So hopefully the Street Profits will be up and will bring the smoke, and we get new titles with fresh blood and fresh energy. Nonetheless, the vision of the Street Profits, they now collide over the World Tag Team Champions at this commercial break. Fuck WWE streaming services. But with that in mind, as we have a short interlude, allow me to remind you a little bit of a taste of what's to come here at the Survivor Studios, besides Saturday Shenanigans tonight, and of course, Double or Nothing tomorrow. We'll see you on the other side of this commercial break. Stay tuned.
And now for a taste of things to come.
Yeah, that brand has such an outdated trailer, it's pathetic. Botch, let's try that again.
And now for a taste of things to come.
And as always, in the Super Studios, we truly encompass, embrace, sub, and engage, pontificate, analyze, criticize, and react to all the wrestling. Again, if you're going to follow along immediately following tonight's main event, Triple A has the Creepers taking on Los Americanos here. Capacity crowd, as you can see right there. Also, it is mass versus mass. El Grande Americano versus original El Grande Americano at Noche de los Grandes. Of course, Saturday, May 30th, will be in Monterrey, Mexico for that match. But tonight, we are here at Simon's event, and it is time for our main event for the men's tag team championships. The Vapor versus the Street Profits. Who gets the smoke? Who gets smoked? Do we get new champs holding the gold? Time to find out. All right.
Red
And by the way,
Solo.
I don't smoke, so, you know,
No.
and also non-copyright. Been a long time since I've heard this theme on a premium stage. And as I say, fuck WWE streaming services commercial breaks. Also, fuck Deferable. The Red Solo Cups are back, Mikey. And it could be a Red Solo Cup party in Florida if the Street Profits regain the Raw Tag Team Championships.
If you've ever been at a party, you know it's a good party if you have a red Solo cup with you.
Good in quotations. Depends if you remember it the following day. And I hope that we remember tomorrow that the Street Profits won. And of course, as I said before, the Street Profits are former 5-time tag team champions, NXT, Raw, and SmackDown tag team champions. And of course, they were 2-time tag team champions under the newly minted name of those tag titles as the WWE Tag Team Championships. Last time they held the gold was all the way back in 2025 from March through July for 119 days before losing those straps to the Wyatt Six. We also got to consider this, Mikey, and I probably should mention this when I talk about the Vapor and how much of a displeasure it is to have that as a vision. Seth freaking Rollins has tried to basically help the Street Profits in this pursuit, but also been looking for allies against the Vision ever since Braun Breaker and him had their fall, of course, back at Backlash that is still continuing, as Seth Rollins is hell-bent on destroying what he created. But nobody wants to work with Seth freaking Rollins, especially the Street Profits. And I wonder, based on what happened Monday night, could that come back to bite Seth and the Street Profits here? Because there was a lot of tension on Monday Night Raw.
I can maybe see that happen. That is a good point. Well, I did not think of that. Good job, brother. Well said. Yeah, if you really want to stick it to your former stablemates, why not? Come in, curb stomp, and make them lose.
We've seen how many times Seth Rollins has cost the Vision earlier this year, to your point.
The look on Paul Heyman's face is such a dad move. It's like, what is this mess we're walking through? They've ruined everything.
What else is new? It's Logan Paul. That being said, Logan Paul and Austin Theory are less pressured than a slow cooker on its lowest setting. They are currently the WWE Tag Team Champions, and hashtag that sign. And of course, Joe Hendry wrote a top 10 hit here, of course, for the Maverick. And the last time we saw the Vision involved in tag team action, Joe Hendry and the Street Profits did get the better of the Vision, but that was also back on May the 11th.
It's weird. I'd be okay if Seth Rollins interferes. Okay, yeah, I deserve that one. It's weird that I'd be okay with Seth Rollins interfering, but not Joe Hendry.
Oh my gosh. Or Seth Rogen, why not?
Oh yeah, let's have Seth Rogen just bump right in and yeah. Let's
wow, Mikey, that's a new botch in its own class right there, man.
Hey, that's what I do. I botch.
Yeah, but you botch one of a kind like that. That was bloody brilliant botching. Wow.
Thank you.
Anyway, it might take a botch, though, for the Street Profits to actually upset the Oracle's vision for WWE at the expense of Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Lily Garcia, take it away. Our main event inductions. Oh, that was funny. I'm not going to lie. That cracked me up. That was great. World Tag Team Championships, also known as the DiGiorno Pizza Plates.
There you go.
The Vapor are actually the 100th Tag Team Champions in the title's legacy, going all the way back to the very first ones with Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle back in 2002.
Good stat work, brother. Well done.
I always got my encyclopedia read and notified before these calls, as I am expected to. Logan
I
Paul,
have taught
of course,
you well.
Logan Paul, of course, embracing Paul Heyman, and Logan Paul and Austin Theory, who are now literally learning from the Oracle. I mean, really, what's the value of a tag team championship if the tag team champions don't even defend the damn titles for 2 months, as the Fire Logan Paul crowd is clearly in the front row here on our screens, and that section, I agree.
Gosh, I wonder who put those Fire Logan Paul signs in the seats.
I mean, there's a few names I could say, but I'm not going to say them right now.
No,
Nonetheless, let's go
we've
ahead.
already done it. We've already done that shtick once. Once is enough.
Look, we don't bury sticks here, but we might bury these titles if Logan Paul and Austin Theory continue to hold them. Bell reigns were underway. We'll see if the Street Profits can take the gold and reclaim former glory here at the expense of Logan Paul and Austin Theory. We're curious to see who start things off here. Montez Ford at one point, who challenged Austin Theory for the United States Championship inside the Elimination Chamber. Angelo, Dawkins, and Montez Ford, who, of course, came into My Black and Gold NXT and first won their first set of tag team championships in a fatal four-way ladder match. Their longest run lasted 224 days through the pandemic. And, of course, the Street Profits took the titles back then from Murphy and Seth freaking Rollins when he was the Monday Night Messiah. I got an atmosphere here, though, in Florida. I will say this crowd's been red hot and it's definitely helped with this presentation. Logan Paul trying to get inside Montez Ford's head. Of course, this is literally at the second match for the Street Profits since they made their return to WWE. Logan sucks chance being out loud and proud.
First Amendment right.
Oh, wait a minute. Schoolboy roll on Montez Ford. Gets a one count Austin Theory. That close. All it takes, again, is 3 seconds. All Austin Theory has to do is take his eye off the ball. And the Street Profits could literally become tag team champions here tonight.
Match number 39 overall for Logan Paul.
About to say, Paul Heyman's got so many agendas, though, Mikey. You figure about Brock Lesnar. Is he retired or not? The jury is out. Braun Breaker, of course, trying to destroy Seth friggin' Rollins. And now he has to focus on Logan Paul and Austin Theory. You almost wonder if Paul Heyman maybe is stretching himself too thin at this day and age. And how much of a priority is Logan Paul and Austin Theory and the tag team champions to Paul Heyman?
Oh, right now, it should be his priority because, I mean, I don't know what they're doing with this change one letter of Brock Lesnar's name as a technicality. That was kind of dumb, actually. I'm sorry.
I mean, I didn't see any fine print.
Yeah, I mean, Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar. No matter how you want to bill him, he's always going to be Brock Lesnar. To play that card, he had to get revenge, and so he fooled us all. He fooled us all. There.
Austin Theory right now might be fooling us what he's capable of here, as he does get the better of Montez Ford in that short exchange and has regained control of this match for the time being. And Logan Paul now wants in, and the tag made to the Maverick, and the boos rain out like a heavenly chorus. Now Logan Paul inside the ring.
I mean, they had to bring him back with SummerSlam being in Minnesota, so.
Yeah, it looks like he might be going for a test of strength here as he looks to lock up.
Ooh, the good old test of strength. Okay.
Greco-Roman knuckle lock here. Cheap shot with a kick to the midsection. You shouldn't be surprised, Mikey, honestly.
Well, the test of strength for me goes all the way back to elementary school. We used to do that on the playground. Literally, not lying. Hand to God.
Again, questionable human being, whatever forum you want to believe or whatever you have seen, but you cannot deny the incredible athleticism and short range to fish out of water psychology adaptation that Logan Paul has had in WWE. Montez Ford showing off his athleticism and agility. I wouldn't mind actually seeing this as a singles match, by the way, Montez Ford and Logan Paul. Similar body build, both with incredible capability in the ring. Nice drop kick there, and Montez Ford fired up here tonight.
That's a good point. I mean, we should have gotten that. Montez versus Logan, Austin versus Dawkins.
Drop kick!
That would have been a great setup for both teams.
Tag mate.
I mean, that's tradition, right? The tag team the tag team was supposed to split.
Face first goes Logan Paul to double flapjack. Austin Theory now it's one of his own and falls on top of his partner. The Street Profits again right now working on all cylinders here in their first tag match since being back. Over the top rope goes Austin Fury. And again, the Street Profits made it clear to Seth Rollins, we didn't come back to help you. We have our eyes and our focus set on getting those Raw Tag Team Championships. And the division is all out of sorts here as Paul Heyman needs to regroup at ringside. And Heyman...
They're leaving. Bye. They're done.
Well, I mean, again, if they don't pin or submit the champions inside the ring, then they supposedly could do that. But I don't think the Street Profits are going to allow that to happen, as they're in hot pursuit. And the fight is now taking place in the entranceway. A little street brawl for the Street Profits. How poetic in Florida, nonetheless.
I'm surprised they didn't do the old, if they don't return to the ring, they will lose the tag team titles.
I'm sure Adam Pearce would love to do that, but it's still way too soon, unfortunately, in what could be a long-running rivalry. And right now, the Irish Whip, Angelo Dawkins, I believe, legal with Logan Paul, just throws himself in the corner and jumping. It's a Guri. Get to the temple. Cover now. Do we have new champions? Look at the near leg. It's a 2 count. And right now, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford isolating the Maverick. And Heyman better do his job here and protect his investment, his so-called vision for the future of WWE, saying that there is a resurgence for the tag division that starts with Logan Paul and Austin Fury. Big right hand, though. Big uppercut by Logan Paul. Clocks Dawkins. And, of course, we know Logan Paul has that titanium plate in his right hand. Just keeps shotting everybody left and right. Now squaring up against Angelo Dawkins, trying to cover up against that right hand.
Lex Luger wannabe. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Allergies.
About to say, it's sinus season. There's medicine for that, but I do understand what you mean. I also accurate.
Been there, done that.
Logan Paul just literally feeding off the visceral of the WWE Universe that has followed him since his debut and has only escalated from here with the help of Joe Hendry's latest #1 hit.
He's doing his job perfectly, okay? Regardless of how you feel about how he does with his podcasts or whatever shenanigans he gets in with his brother, he is doing his job. He is to make people mad. It's been said.
Come on, hook signs about the fair. Okay, 2 count. Go ahead, continue.
It has been said, if the crowd is booing you and they want to kill you at the end of the night, you're doing well. And of course, let's not hope that happens, but you're doing your job right.
Again, that's the goal. Austin Fury and Logan Paul, though, great double team offense there against Angelo Dawkins. Of course, Austin Fury was once literally rated as a Paul Heyman guy, was formerly the Golden Boy. And again, Austin Fury, former Evolve champion. A tag made, used to be part of Johnny Gargano's way. Division doing a great job, though, isolating Angelo Dawkins away from his partner. Double shoulder blocks there by the Vapor.
I mean, I finished the Hogan documentary, and when he came out there and turned turned Hollywood, he loved it. He's like, let's run with this.
Again, right now, you see Paul Heyman smiling at ringside, applauding right now the work being done by Logan Paul and Austin Fury. And Logan Paul, to your credit, has also been showing up every week. And Montez Ford right now just waiting for the tag. Angelo Dawkins with the reach out, though. Big elbow strike by Dawkins, trying to pull Logan Paul closer to his corner. And Logan Paul trying to prevent the tag. And brings him in with a lariat. Big clothesline by the Maverick, denying Angelo Dawkins the chance to tag Montez Ford and keep in full control of this match. Tag made Austin Fury now. Paul Heyman out here right now. Loves to see right now Logan Paul and Austin Fury working in perfect synergy as a tag team. Said that again, your focus should be the Raw Tag Team Championships. And they did get that focus, and they beat the Usos for that title with a little bit of help. Underhandedly, of course, but it was a street fight. So again, jury is out, curses or not. Shoulder blocks now by Austin Fury to Angelo Dawkins in the corner. And again, Dawkins right now just being worn down.
Who has the SmackDown belts? Yeah, exactly.
R-Truth and Damian Priest. I had to remember there was
Oh,
tag
yeah.
teams.
Okay.
About to say,
So-
you talk about tag teams. How many tags did you have across both brands? I'll wait.
So well, yeah, that would have been my next point. It's like it's a
Sign
person
step.
and it's a person and a person who become the Vision. Okay.
Oh!
The
Well,
Street Profits are an established tag team because of their name. We know who they are.
right
But
now, Montez Ford's Vision got impaired when he was dropped face for the steel ring steps by Logan Paul from behind, and you see the Fury drag Dawkins back to the Vision's corner, tag made. And again, that's kind of been the finger with WWE. It's like oil and water, throw them together, see if they actually can work together. And for some, it has worked. For others, it haven't. But so far, Fury and Logan Paul are demonstrating that quite well. And pretty much that's the story of the Nonagon version of the women's division.
Exactly. You know, I
For
mean,
those that don't know, a Nonagon is a multi-sided polygon.
you learn something on Watch Along.
I'm a freaking fact buff and a game show guru. Big step up splash, went to the well one too many times with that move. Froze Logan Paul and Austin Fury. And a nice neckbreaker DDT combo by Dawkins.
Well done. That could be a good turning point.
Again, critical
Montez
moment.
is starting to feel it. He's starting to get that smoke.
And now, how long? Look at the hops of Montez for turning midair with that elbow strike. And the Street Profits right now are on the up. And Austin Fury now isolated off the Irish whip with the Rose. Montez Ford just underneath. Now Montez Ford runs for Austin Fury with the clothesline up and over. Goes one of the tag team champions. Big right hand to Logan Paul. And Montez Ford, to your point, is extremely fired up here.
The Profits are soaring. He's making that money and about to get that smoke. Oh,
Big
denied.
left hand.
Oh, maybe not. Yep. Oh,
Rolling in, looking for the cutter. Got caught into a power slam.
nice reversal.
Moonsaults. Cover now to crown new chance. Kick out at two by Austin Fury. Take a look at the replay here. Great scouting by Montez Ford, catching Austin Fury into that power slam, followed with a beautiful standing moonsault. Spectacular offense zone here by Montez Ford. Big elbow, though, by Austin Fury. Now putting him up on the shoulders. Fireman's carry. Ford able to escape. Waist lock. Blind tag made. O'Connor roll. Was Montez Ford aware of it, though? Austin Fury clocking him, though, with a rolling elbow. And Logan Paul looking for the slingshot lariat.
Love that move. It
Cover
is a
now. Back
very
press
good
with the near
move.
leg. Gets a 2 count.
Hangman Page does that move, right?
Yeah, and he actually wins championships with it. Meanwhile, Logan Paul, the former momentum, springing off the ropes and springing in on impact. Not enough to put down Montez Ford here tonight.
It's a good move when done right. It's very impressive.
And right now, Logan Sucks chance firing up. Logan Paul firing himself up, though. Tag made Austin Fury. Now the Vision taking control of Montez Ford. Irish whip in the corner. Up and over. Almost lost his footing there, but able to catch himself.
Whoa.
Schoolboy roll up. Deep roll up. Almost got new champs there, pinning Austin Fury. Staggering to his own corner, though. Back elbow strike connects. Blind tap made by Dawkins. Swinging a miss, though. Up and over. Dawkins legal now. Austin Fury sent to Dawkins. Oh! Not pretty, but effective there into
Don't know what they were going
backdrop
for.
suplex.
That
And
was
Montez
almost-
4 times to Logan Paul on the outside, and Angelo Dawkins neutralizing Austin Fury, and both the Street Profits squaring up Austin Fury now. An attack made. Up in the electric chair position. Posse looking for a massive Doomsday
Nice.
applies blockbuster into the cover. Do we have new champions? Logan Paul the same last possible second. Phew.
Good move. A little sloppy on the execution, but still the point got to put across.
Yeah, that overhead avalanche blockbuster from the electric chair position almost literally turned the Vision into a vapor as tag team champions. And Logan Paul with that desperate, and I do mean desperate save. Again, how badly do you want it? And right now, Logan Paul, big right hand to Angelo Dawkins. Jumping kick, though, staggers the Maverick. Dawkins takes Logan to the outside. Champion's taking it out to the floor.
Questionable move on that one. I don't know. If you want the belts, you keep it in the ring.
Well, F8 Montez Ford might be looking to join them on the outside, going,
oh my God. He cleared the corner. Put the belts down.
Oh, wait a minute, Braun Breaker,
You should
what
treat
the
the belts
hell?
like this.
Whoa!
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Dawkins with the punch
Neutralize.
and pop up Spinebuster. And Montez Ford has inferior illegal. 5-star frog splash. Coming for the championships. We got new chance, and Paul Heyman saves the titles, put it at the big front of the bottom rope.
Wow, that was impressive.
Genius
Okay,
move
Paul, you made your
by
point.
Paul Heyman, but caught in the act as Montez Ford is Eye of the Oracle. Again, Braun Breaker was really built over the announce table, though, after the incredible leaping ability of Montez Ford, just missing the super spear. Heyman begging it off. Meanwhile, Montez Ford up the steps. Oh, got clocked with a loaded right hand. Look at Paul fucking blast knuckles. And Montez Ford literally knocked out. The Dawkins over the top, Tope Carlo crushing Logan Paul, though. Austin Fury draped the arm in the cover. Give it a fucking break. That was a fucking 4-2. And the Vision is still the tag team champions.
With a little bit of help from a good old pair of brass knucks.
A little bit my ass. It was a fucking team effort. You needed 2 referees in this one, maybe 3. Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman preserves Logan Paul and Austin Fury. That's what they did. Take a look at this leaping ability, though, by freaking Montez Ford, and that freaking pounce by Dawkins, though, wiping out Braun Breaker over the announce table. Split second away from new tag chance off the spine buster, and the beautiful frog splash off the top rope by freaking Montez Ford, hooking the near leg, unfortunately, outside the ref's vision. The foot put on the bottom rope by Paul Heyman for Austin Fury, and scream at the official how that happened as he was looking to go after Paul. Logan Paul intercepted him, the other Paul, with a pair of fucking brass knuckles clogging him out midair. And inadvertently, Dawkins, who wiped out Logan Paul, may have been unaware of the fact, as Austin Fury draped the arm over the cover to retain the championships. Biggest win of Austin Fury and Logan Paul's careers over the veteran former WWE multiple-time tag team champions, with a huge assist by Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman as this vision continues forward clearly for the Oracle, and the Street Profits get smoked. And again, folks, come on, wait a minute, what the hell? And Braun Breaker, oh boy,
for more.
Spear
You
by
had to hit
Breaker.
the spear.
Yeah, I'm about to say spear by Breaker into Dawkins. I don't think Braun Breaker is done yet after what just happened to him earlier at the expense of the Street Profits. And Breaker right now squaring up Montez for spear. Good grief. Well, you let the dog off the leash, you see what happens. Friggin' driving himself through both the Street Profits, adding further insult to injury. Oh, wait a minute. What is this?
Get some more while you can.
And look, you already won. You cheated your way to the pay window. It's over. It's after the fact. All right. We don't need any more of you on our screen. Okay. Ugh. What a horrible vision. That isn't even worth a highlight reel. But that being said, that concludes Saturday night's main event. So for Stat Boy Mikey, I'm the Seminole Foster. We'll see you in an hour or so for the Saturday shenanigans. And we'll see you tomorrow for the buffet that is AEW Double or Nothing. or somewhere else beyond that, whether it's predictions, league breakdown, Major Push Wrestling, Stat Boy Sports Bar, or some other outlet here on YouTube or on the X. So until next time we're on your screen or on your feed, make a pause and impact in life, and have a good night. This has been Saturday Night's Main Event, a monthly TV special ahead of the WPLE. And if you're a WWE fan, we'll see you at Clash in Italy. And with that, Stat Boy, I'm going to cut the fucking feed. Say your line.
Stat Boy out.
Simple as that.